Is it just like in your like character bio? Cause like I feel like I want to visit a place dedicated to like carnival and cultural as a carnival and just festivals. I want to visit that spot. We've just been like in the wasteland the entire game. What do you mean that's last rites? Let's just enter profile. I hope we get to go there then. That sounds like a fire location. Alright. YouTube stream is up. No, blink it in the Discord even though. Alright, there we go. Alright, so if you're new to if you're just looking at the YouTube VOD, we're doing Wulfgard story because we just did Lavatanes. I separated the stream so this will be its own separate video on the channel. Yeah. Alright. We finished Lavatane quest. I got a little peckish. So I'm gonna go and hold on. I'm not gonna go. I already went and got myself something to sustain me for the rest of the stream.
Carve a path for us.
Oh okay. My endman was only level 30, so the one they were given in the story was literally their own endman, not mine. Anyways, we're gonna be doing Wulfgard story quest. Because apparently we get extra rewards if we go and do this like right now. And, oh, we gotta read Rossi's message. In the mean, as of now... What's happening? Echo, are you in trouble? It's something urgent. Should I give her an accent? I feel like I can't replicate the Italian accent perfect. And I feel like it may or may not come off as insulting. I'll try. Hopefully you will know the details once you get to the mining camp. I got it. Our lone wolf, let's go. Mining camp, that's in Lodebring? Yeah, okay. Even Levitain goes there to screw around and got kicked out because of how intense she is. She's a sarcasm one and wanted to see if there's any memories of her in Seska between being a sarcasm, but then she got swindled or haggled. Just common and got rage baited and burned a lot of stuff. Oh. Oh. That sounds like Levitain, I'll be honest. Alright, actually, you know what? I do have to admit, after doing a Levitain story quest, and I'm now like she's my second favorite in this game.
Looking for me?
I'm happy I got her P3. Yup, I didn't, but that wasn't from whaling. I just keep losing my 50-50 and she's the one that shows up. I don't know what it is.
You finally remember.
But hey, a P3! Levitain Absolute Cinema. Alright, that's how it goes. This art is very good. I kind of like this one more though. What does the third one look like? I don't know. We're probably not gonna see it. Because, if I remember correctly, right, they only last 3 banners. They only last 3 banners after their launch, right? So, when the Tang banner happens, no more Levitain. Until she gets a rerun, I presume, right? That's how it's gonna be? So, at this point, just wait for Yvonne to get her P6. I wish! I don't have $5,000 lying around though, so... If we did, I would be in a much... If I had 5,000 lying around, I would be in a much better position. Oh my gosh, Rossi! She's so cute, guys. She is such a cute character. Holy moly, I love her so much.
Just part of my job, Grandpa Root. Be careful on your way back.
Oh my goodness, he's big. In like the least sus way possible. I just think he's adorable. Like the little Red Riding Hood aesthetic. The accent made like the accent moved her from like an 8 out of 10 character to like a 11 out of 10 character for me. Also, I love red and blue color scheme, as you can tell from my design. Everyone seems to trust you a lot. She's so cute! Also, by the way, if I'm quiet a lot during the story quest, it's because I'm eating my snack.
I was thinking that once the mining camp settles down and I've taken care of the problems for the UW crew, I'll go looking for you. I didn't expect that.
You literally called me here via text. You didn't expect an emergency to happen? Oh, okay, never mind.
Nope. And it's all the fault of my unreliable brother. He started behaving strangely after receiving some package yesterday. I didn't see him the entire morning. He wouldn't even pick up my calls.
I didn't notice. I thought this was like... just like hair shines, but no. She has white spots in her hair. Because this is the hair shine. Interesting. But I love it. Wulfgard is the big bad wolf, and then she's Red Riding Hood. 10 out of 10, like, design inspiration.
Catello is a huge bag of problems. Worse, he's always doing things on his own and creating trouble for everyone. But what can I say? Can just ditch him? I can leave the mining camp. There's still so much to take care of. And you are the most reliable person I can count on, Anmin.
You get this much screen time and you're getting a story quest next batch? And we have to pull her, guys. Part of me is super thankful that she is second half.
This is for you.
Because then I have time to save. But part of me is also upset because that means like Tang Tang is basically a skip for me. Because I want Tang Tang. So if Rossi came first, I would go all out to get her. And then I could just throw whatever extra resources at Tang Tang, and if we got her early or by accident, that would have been it, right? But now it's like I can't throw any extra resources because we're saving for Rossi. Do I have Gilberta? I do indeed have Gilberta. I grinded the crap out of this game. I only have 30 pulls right now. But that's because I have Gilberta, Lavatane, and Yvonne. And I have all of their signature weapons, so I've just been very, very lucky. I didn't spend money. I spent $30 for like an extra 10 pull. I also got the battle pass. And, or I got the protocol pass, excuse me. And then the third thing I bought was the monthly membership thing where you get 200 ore barrels every day. And I spent $1 to get Endmin's signature weapon because that was like, that's the craziest deal. That is the craziest deal. 6-star weapon for $1? Yeah, no way I was skipping that. And it's Endmin's signature, and Endmin's actually good in this game? Yeah, 1,000,000% I'm getting that. And then Rossi would love me very much. I theory crafted a team comp. I got a team comp that I'm planning on using. Because, okay, from my understanding, for Rossi's kit is she converts one art stack and one vulnerability stack. She converts those into 4 vulnerability stacks. That's how I think it works. That's how it was presented in the live stream. So so she has compatibility with Wulfgard, who can put the flame stack. You can put the flame stack on there. You need a physical unit to put the vulnerability stack, and then Rossi does her thing, converts that into 4 vulnerability stacks, and then you want somebody to consume for the said 4 vulnerability stacks, which would normally be Endmin. My plan. Alright, so Gilberta is the only character that puts an art stack and a vulnerability stack in there. So the plan is I take Gilberta and I want to put Wulfgard in there. I want to use them in tandem and see if that works. If not, we'll replace Wulfgard with somebody else. But I kind of want Rossi and Wulfgard to be together, right? Okay, so we get Gilberta and Wulfgard. And then they put the art stacks, and they put the vulnerability on. Well, Yvonne puts the vulnerability on there. She puts lift. Then we convert with Rossi to 4 vulnerability stacks, and the plan is I want to use Pogreshnik. Pogreshnik. I hope I'm saying his name right. Probably not. We take Pogman and we put him on there, and then he uses his breach to consume the 4 vulnerability stacks, which also gives us a bunch of SP. And then we just keep that rotation, and the main idea is I'm gonna on-field Rossi. That's the plan. We'll see how it works.
Just follow the direction pointed out by the
If we
tracker
don't need
and you'll
Wulfgard, I
find
don't know
him.
who I'm gonna put on the team.
Catello doesn't care about much else. The bone charm's the only thing he's always got with him. Ah, almost forgot.
Maybe some buffer or
One
something,
of
or a
the
debuffer.
UW say that he saw someone who looks like Catello at the power plateau. You might want to start the search there. I mean,
With the difference of Pog? Well, okay. To be fair, I lean towards Pog because I got this thing. Hang on. Actually, let's go back to the team.
hi, Endman.
Alright, so
Oh,
I'm a Levitating
the
team.
weather is so
Been
lovely
working
today.
on the Yvonne team to replace Gilberto so she can go on the other team. But this is the team we're caught with last right here. This is the Rossi team. This is the plan Rossi team. The reason we're using Pogman.
Ready to break camp on command.
Man, I go to his Oh, wait, I can. Okay, cool.
Mind decides who lives and who dies in
I got this thing by accident. Eminent repute. So normally, I would have ignored him. I would have just put Akakuri on the team because I love Akakuri. This is like, how did I do that? I'm gonna go to their. Oh, okay. Upgraded button.
One without any weak links.
I refuse to take away Thermite Cutter. This is her weapon. It's too peak. It's too good. Alright, this gives a 6% attack buff. Well, it's supposed to be like 4. It's supposed to be like 5%, but I leveled it up, right? So, 5% attack buff. Apparently, 5% attack makes this weapon OP. Alright, so then we go back to Pogreshnik. 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 Alright, I've been saying it wrong completely. But Pogreshnik. Alright, so we go over here. Alright, I got this weapon. So I look at his signature, and his signature buffs physical damage, which is good for physical team, right? Because you're running 4 physical people. That doesn't work here. So I got this thing, alright? This thing, alright, it gives him physical damage boost, main attribute. So this thing's already really good for him. Alright, it's like, in terms of like stats for him, his personal damage, better than Thermite Cutter. But then we get this here, alright? Brutality, Disciplinarian, alright? So we get attack plus 12% for him, so that's, you know, more personal damage. And that's why I want him to be the one to consume the vulnerability stacks. But this is where it gets interesting with my theory crafting, alright? After the wielder consumes vulnerability stacks, and keep in mind, Rossi's putting 4 vulnerability stacks on there, and his breach is going to consume them over and over and over, right? So we're going to keep consuming vulnerability stacks. So this is going to have full uptime. Alright, so wielding his attack plus 6%. Plus 3% X stacks consumed, alright? The way they had this set up, it's a little confusing. But I'm guessing it's 6% plus 3x vulnerability stacks consumed. So we have 4 stacks of vulnerability, right? So that's going to be 12% plus 6%. So 18%, alright? That's 18% attack boost, right? For him. But I'm guessing this ATK here is referring to this 12%, right? So he's getting a fat attack buff, right? But more importantly, while other operators in the team gain half of this buff. That's the important part. That's the important part. Half of this buff. So we're getting... So this is already like 18%. Alright, that's gonna be half. So it's... Wait, is it 18? Wait, did I math? Yeah, 18. Wait. So that's like 9% attack. That cooks the crap out of Thermite Cutter. Plus he gets good personal damage. So I could be mathing wrong. I don't know. But that's my plan for Rossi team. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, Rest in peace me, I guess. The second thermite cutter in Albami. No, thermite cutter is like not on any of the banners. Getting it's impossible. It's flipping. If you go to the flipping acquisition center. Alright, by the way, if you're wondering, that's where I got the Eminent Repute. I bought it by accident. Yeah, I bought it by accident. By calculated accident. Alright, if you go to these banners, thermite cutter is like not on any of them. It's only on the flipping Ardelia banner. That's the only spot with thermite cutter. And that's the big bra moment. Like, this weapon is so goated because 40% attack when you max it, right? But like, it's literally... That's the only banner it's on, and everyone got this weapon for free, so you have to be insane to pull for it. So it's not here, you can't lose your... You can't get it here by accident. You can't get it here by accident. You can't get it here by accident. It's just not existent. And then I'm like, okay, we'll go to the armament here. This main one. Alright, you look. It's not here either. Hey, so... the rapid is set to 0 instead. What is this? Crit boost. Wait, is this flippin'... Hong Shen's arm? Okay, this is flippin' Shen's weapon. Yeah, staggered. Okay. You have 2 bomby. How did you get a second one? Were you pulling on Ardelia banner? Even though we got her weapon for free? Oh, you have 2 of Shen's weapon. Okay. When there's a fort maker here, that's actually tempting. But I'll ignore it because I literally only have a 110 pull for Arsenal. And I kinda wanna get Rossi's weapon. But the weapon matters last. No thermite cutter on here either. What about here? Oh, you can get thermite cutter on flippin' Gilberta's banner, but you have to lose like the 50-50. And then it's split among 5 other weapons. Are these any good? Hang on. Healing 1, kind of mid. Wait, actually, was that ability busted? Oh, that ability is busted. Okay, hang on. We'll just default 9% attack on healing. Okay, this thing is crazy. I don't know who that's for. What about Oblivion? Is this any good? Crit rate. Intellect boost. This might be good for like a DPS. Maybe you can, if you're rolling pro like a DPS mode. Wedges is good. Ooh, I heard this weapon was mid. And the reason I heard that is because I got this by accident when I was pulling for a Lavathane weapon, and I searched it up, and this thing, everyone was roasting this thing, so... But that was when the game started. Maybe somebody discovered something else with this thing. Right now it's mid. Or no, okay, no. Back when I did research, it was mid. I don't know if it's mid right now. Great Sword Exemplar. Physical damage dealt. Increased bite. Who the heck is a Great Sword? Who is using this? Ember? DPS Ember? I guess. Or no, Depan. Depan uses it. It's Depan's weapon. Maybe, I don't know. I don't flippin' know. But like most of the standard weapons on this thing kind of crazy, so I feel like pulling for Gilberta's weapon is actually a big brain move. It's Shen's, but it sucks on her. Does it? But like, it's a 6-star. Wouldn't the raw stats not be enough? Wait, what's the 5-star Shen weapon? Hang on. I swear I have it. Hang on. Me who built Fin Chaser only to realize flippin' I'm never gonna use its ability because he has to apply solidification for Elesh, so I leveled this for nothing. What a waste of resources. Smooth brain moment. Alright, anyway, where is except I don't have a brain because I'm a robot. Robot joke! Isn't this it? Agility boost, fizz boost. When we deal physical, we get 10% attack. Sundered Steel? Yeah, okay. It's worse the Portal playstyle. Even her 5-star 6 sucks on her. Wait, is this not her 5-star sig? Wait, what's the 5-star sig then? Do I not have it? Bruh. Bruh. I thought this was her SIG. Her 5-star SIG. Cause like this literally just looks like it has agility and then physical stuff. So I thought it was hers. I don't have it, bruh. Well, now I gotta see if it's in the store. No 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 no. Oh wait, hang on. I should probably. I didn't do my dailies. Alright, we just bought. If it's 75%, we buy it. Otherwise, we hit that reset button. Ooh, 90% off. Ooh, look at that, huge, huge. Alright, I'll reset it because if I do, I only have 30 left, and that means I can't afford anything. Alright. Wait, I know where else we can check. This is supposed to be Wulfgard story quest. But instead I'm theory crafting, hang on. Is this it? Oh, this is it, isn't it? Agility boost, plus damage boost. Applies lifted. Can Shen apply lifted? It certainly is Hong Shen's sword, man. So this definitely looks like Shen's weapon. But Thundering Steel is better. That makes sense. This is again for... This is for, that one girl. I assume. Hang on. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not building him. I don't have the materials. I don't have the mats. Like, I feel like I'm crying for materials to build my characters. And I have extra. I have extra. Why? Because I bought the battle pass. I bought the protocol pass. That's not it. I bought the protocol pass, and wait, is it not visible on the screen? Here it is. I bought it. I got this whole third row of extra mats, and I'm still calling for more mats. And all of the Arknights fans were like, "You're building your teams wrong. Don't take your characters to 90." And I'm like, "But I want to do big number." Concept of playing her as a main DPS. Or depends, or ult turns into a nuke when nobody's using her like that, so Thundering Steel is stronger. Oh, is that? Okay. Okay, I see. I want to see more weird playstyles. Because by all means, like, the most possible damage in most cases in this game is still, like, more than enough. So I want to see people finding cool, fun stuff, but there's so little resources that nobody can experiment. Like, when the game started, I was like, what if I do this? And everyone was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just use one Wulfgard. Just run Wulfgard. But Akaguri! Akaguri, and you put her with Andal, and we get 1,000,000 buffs, and we do 1,000,000,000,000 damage. But then everyone was like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait, can I just teleport over? Where even am I? It's fine. We will play whatever team is making their hands on. Oh wait, I didn't do this yet. Ooh! Ooh, like, let me get distracted for a second. I haven't fully explored all the areas. I've been working on it, but it's not flawless. Oh, they're dead already. I didn't even get to ult! Man! And this is why you don't put your operators at level 90. Because you don't get to play the game anymore. I mean, they all died already. you know One Punch Man, where Saitama is like, oh man, I'm too strong. There's no thrill anymore in the combat. That's me in every gacha game, because they let me overstack to the point that everything dies instantly.
The tracker's beeping. Is he nearby?
Should I? Nah, it's fine. Let's just track Wulfgard. Oh man, bad guys. I get nothing from fighting them though, so we will just move forward.
The tracker is reacting again.
Umbral Monument awaits you? I mean, Umbral Monument awaited me for all of like the 10 minutes. For all of the 10 minutes, and then it got cooked completely on agony mode, and I'm like, oh. Actually, no, the second half, I guess it resets in 4 days, so maybe we'll get harder stuff. The second half, the part 2 of the second half where you fight the 2 pincer guys and they're just blasting you the entire time, that one cooked me. I beat it eventually, but like, that one cooked me. That one was rough. And the reason it was rough, because I had Labatane team. Alright, all of her big damage, she has to charge it up, alright? Her enhanced skill, right? She throws the fireball forward, then she jumps back, and then she does a big hit, alright? But the thing is, when those enemies are running back and forth, right? She throws the fireball forward, the enemy's already on the other side of the map doing something else, and then she throws the big hit and it hits nothing. And I'm like, dang, I can't get my ult up. And then you get your ult up, and then the ultimate, right? The enhanced skill in the ultimate that does a bajillion damage, alright? She spins it around her, and that does like a little tiny bit of damage. And she spins it around her again, and then she gets the big fire cloud that comes up, and then that one does the damage. But unfortunately, when that comes out, the enemies are on the other side of the map already, so it's too late. It's too late. So, long story short, Labatane was so scuffed against those enemies. Holy cooked. Holy cooked. It was so like, there was no way. There is no way. So, that one was rough. And now I was like, oh, it's fine. I have a second team I can use. I got extra mats. I had enough materials to fully build a second team that was ready for endgame. So now I want the Yvonne team. Alright. No, Yvonne, when she does her damage, she does the ultimate, right? And then she sits there and then takes 1,000,000 damage while she's shooting 1,000,000,000 damage too. But that doesn't work because those enemies kind of do like almost like one-shot level attacks, or they do a lot of damage. They hit hard. So I'm like, oh, Yvonne can't beat these guys either. So now I was like, alright, how do you do this? And then I went on YouTube and I searched it up, and all I saw was everybody had physical team, alright? And the physical team, they're just spamming the combo skills, and like Shen and Pogreshimikmi, or whatever his name is. Alright, and then Li Feng and Edmund were going pew 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 pew, and they're just like cooking the crap on enemy. I saw somebody going with Ember, who everyone said was mid at the start of the game because she does do more damage than everyone else. But then she's like healing, and she just has shields. So she was just, I saw people playing Ember against those guys, and Ember was just sitting there and like tanking everything and then just healing. I was like, oh shoot, wait, she's actually kind of OP for that fight. And then I was like, dang, Labatane team was not the wave. And this is, anyway, now we're gonna go back to my complaining about wanting more mats. Alright, it wouldn't be fine if I had 3 teams, because I wanted to build 3 teams. I wanted to build the ice team, I wanted to build the fire team, and I wanted to build the physical team. But I only had enough match to make fire team, and I barely had enough to make ice team, and ice team was kind of like, it was like scuffed. It was like, you know, level 60s. Or barely level 60s for the support. And that's all I'm like, alright, Endfield, give me more mats. Give me more mats, because I want to experiment, I want to try different team comps. And it would be nice to have like maybe 12 characters built. Not even like super duper built. Actually, no, physical team, you need to super duper build about 4 of them, so that was a bit rough. Okay, I'm speeding up my talking too much. I'm getting heated. We calm down. And the comments were like, how dare you ask for that? Asking for 4 teams is too much. And I'm like, I was the hyperbole. I'm sorry. But I was still like, I wanted to build more characters. Because that would be cool. I still beat the end game. You could beat it with just skill even if your team comp sucks against it. Alright, you use literally skill issue. One is that. One is out on the floor. Rare gathering site. Wait. I jump down? What is... Huh? If I jump down, can I come back up? Whatever, it's fine. Get it. Get it all. Get it. Get it. Get it. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright. Grab that too. I have a million aerospace materials and nothing to upgrade with them, so I don't know what they're for. Blowshark just stops them from charging altogether. Wait, really? Well, I've only had enough mats to experiment and build Wolfshine till level 60. So I could try her out when I was doing it, but unfortunately I didn't. I need them to give us more starting mats. Let us build... Okay. Okay, there's like 22 characters in the game. Asking for 16 characters built is probably too much. But let me build a fourth... let me build a third team. And then let me build 4 teams if I spread my resources thin. You don't need to build her. She was level 1. She just stops them. I'll be honest. I feel like you gotta be insane. I mean, okay, to be fair, the gacha players are actually insane in the best way. They will try the crazy things. But like, in the end game, or like they're like level 90 enemies, whose thought process is, yeah, I'll bring Snowshine at level 1. I'll do it. That'll be... She'll survive. I would assume she would just die. What do you mean she just stops them? Yo, Wulfgard! Right, he kills those guys. If parry nullifies damage, the level won't do anything. Holy moly. Your sister is worried.
Rossi, I knew it. Scusa, Endmin.
And I was supposed to be eating my snack the entire time, but I was yapping. So I'm gonna be quiet a little bit while we watch this.
Since Rossi already told you, there's a list of names, a map and a note in that package. The names, they are pack members who failed their missions in the past few months. As for the map and the note, you can take a look at it, Endmin.
Yeah, looks like a trap. Someone is out to get you.
All the failed missions are partnership contracts between the pack and Endfield. And those who died were some of the best members of the pack.
No, darn. I don't know who the pack is, though. I didn't get to meet them, so...
It wouldn't be foiling us
by all
anytime.
means, all I
A
can...
few days back, I got word that a pack member had died.
If only I knew who Tommaso was.
Tommaso. He was one of the very few...
Okay, I
true
feel bad
friends
for
I
you.
had. Just
I
not
wish
too
I
long
got to...
ago, he sent
I
me
wish
a
I got to
message
see your relationship
saying
with
that there are
Tommaso.
traitors in the pack. They're trying to sabotage our partnership with Endfield.
Yeah, show, don't tell, and story time. It's fine. Lavatain story quest was so peak. It makes up for this. And these story quests don't have to be perfect. I just want them to be more entertaining, and so part of me... My inner
That's
part...
right.
My inner critique will automatically come out,
I had to
even
come
though
here
this
and
is perfectly
investigate.
acceptable.
I'll hunt the traitors down and make them pay for Tommaso.
People are sleeping on the defense operators. I am so happy that we have a game where defensive options are actually important. Because you look at Endgame for everything. Hoyoverse, Curl Games, right? All of them are DPS checks. Even Zenless on 0, right? The endgame is always kill these guys in under this amount of time, and then you get max completion. Alright, that's all of them, alright? Star Rail is like, kill them in this amount of turns. Zenless is like, do as much damage as possible so you get this many points in under this many minutes. Genshin is like, kill everything before, under 3 minutes. Like, Wuthering Waves is like, kill everything in under 3 minutes. And it's like, okay, all of your endgames is DPS checks. It's all DPS checks, right? Endfield comes out, there's a 10-minute time limit. You can use that entire 10 minutes and still clear. And people learned that defensive operators made it way more comfortable to clear. I love that. That is so... The other gachas don't do this. They're all like, you need a sustain that does damage. And all of them, they pursue damage. So when Endfield came out, everyone was like, ew, Ember and Catcher, they don't really do damage. They're not that low ranking, low tier list ranking. Because everyone wants to do more damage, because the regular gacha logic, right, not even gacha logic, just game logic in general, right? The regular logic is the best defense is more offense, because if you kill the enemies before they get the chance to kill you, then you're chilling. And that's, for the most part, that applies to a lot of games, right? You play any of the harder games, like, you play any Souls-like, right? The more damage you do, the easier the boss is. Because you don't have to, you can spend less time in the gauntlet of dodging the boss, if that makes sense, because you're doing more damage and they're dying faster. So, right? But Endfield comes in here, everyone's like, oh, defensive options? Nah. And Endfield is completely different than all the other gachas. Why? Alright, for example, every other gacha, you're trying to stack Omega crit on all your characters. Because all of them, like, oh, crit is broken in any game, right? That's how it works. Any game is just a huge, it's a third scaling thing in the formula. It's like, oh, you got damage bonus attack, and then you add crit in there, and it's like, now it's a multiplicative of 3, and then there's even more things, right? But Endfield is weird, and they're like, oh, yeah, there's barely anything to give you crit, so stacking attack is better. That's already, like, against pure common sense when it comes to a lot of game design, right? Well, not game design, but, like, from a player's perspective. Right? Every player, for the past 5 years, we've been playing Genshin Impact, whether it was whatever gacha game, and everyone's like, ooh, we're stacking crit. You go on Endfield, and you try to stack crit, you get, like, maybe max 30% on your crit rate, and you have, like, 50, the default 50 crit damage. And it's like, it's not helping. It's not saving the day. And, like, that's already, like, okay, that tells me this game is unconventional with its, like, with the way you're gonna be doing things. Now we have the end game, Umbral Monument. Oh, defensive options actually kind of rule. And so, because of this, I'm supremely excited to see what else they do. Because that end game for, like, Umbral Monument was actually, I liked it a lot. Was it a bit easy? Yeah, it was a bit easy in some spots. I kind of don't want them to make it harder. I hope they do add hard content, but not that endgame. I like its balance. I feel like even if you're not, like, fully built, you can go in with, like, level 80, level 70 characters, and as long as you lock in, you can clear in that 10 minutes. Like, even for example, I was ranting a while ago how I couldn't beat it with Lavatane, but I did. I ended up beating it with Lavatane. Even though it was a bad matchup, it was just skill, right? I just sat down, locked in, dodged all the attacks, managed my resources better, and then we won. But they picked the Wulfgard's quest. I have so many thoughts to share on this game. And I'm like, I need to put it in a review. But I need to wait because I want that review to be more all-encompassing. I want it to be as truthful about what the game has to offer and, like, just, like, not negatives, but things to keep in mind as you play through. And I can't share my thoughts on the whole game yet because I can't make the review because I need to know what regular income is like from patch to patch, which means we have to wait for 1.1 because 1.0 is the launch, very celebratory. We got a bajillion resources at the start. 1.1 is, well, that is presumably where we will see what regular income should be like. And not just like from a pull standpoint, from a material standpoint, what the events are going to offer in terms of rewards. I need to see all that because everything in the beginning was celebratory, right? Otherwise, quest is earlier in the playtest, so they didn't have the feedback they needed to make absolute peak like Lavatane's. That makes sense, right? It's just like, I mean, like, it's clear in this game, right? Like Endfield Chapter 1, where we first start, I love the characters, but like the plot was like, I don't even know what's happening the entirety of Chapter 1. We're chasing a bad guy, we don't know what our plan is, we have a robot that's gonna stop their plan, and it was just meandering from point A to point B. And really, what carried the game for me was being able to work on the factory and just exploring, and that was so much fun that I just got through Chapter 1, no problem. Then, the end of Chapter 1, the epilogue, where they bring in the companies and they start talking, and you're like, oh shoot, this gets crazy now. And then we go to Wuling, and we're like, oh shoot, this is beautiful. And then Ardashir is there, and he's like, I'm gonna talk nonsense. I'm gonna give you a crazy speech. And you're just gonna be like, yeah, I guess he's cooking. And then And then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm probably not a good guy. But we're after the same thing. You're like, oh, shoot, the plot thickens. So, I mean, my point is, all of the early stuff is a little rough. But the further you get in, like, the further you get in, it's like, oh, okay, never mind. They locked in, I guess. I still wish they revamped Chapter 1 a lot more. I think the length is good. I think it needs more cutscenes where something crazy's happening and they gotta establish... They need to establish what Neferith is capable of early on. Do you think that's why you're gonna stay with this game long term? I'm excited to see what this game does with its character kit in the long term. Like, this game is so reminiscent of... I like to compare it to the Xenoblade series. If anyone hasn't played those yet, Xenoblade is... It's so good. If you like Endfield, Xenoblade is like... If you run out of gacha content in Endfield, you go in Xenoblade, you play those games, you're chilling. Xenoblade 2 is literally a free-to-play... I thought for a minute. It's literally... It's a gacha game without monetization. Alright, that game, you're literally rolling for characters using, like, items you find in-game. And so you get a completely different, like, starting roster every time you play that game. Xenoblade 1 is known for having a peak story. Xenoblade X is the peak. Xenoblade 3 is crazy. They all have, like, a billion characters, by the way. So it has that kind of same gacha... That same gacha element of, like, finding a favorite. Endfield clearly takes a lot of inspiration from the Xenoblade series. Oh my, please. Everyone play it. Everyone that's here on my channel to watch Endfield stuff. Alright, I'm directing you for free, not free, but for another thing to obsess over. That's not gacha. Chapter 1 needs a revamp. You've seen a bunch of streamers drop the game when they didn't give Wuling a chance. I also think, okay, and I think this is partially... I feel like people were like, good, he's filtered by the factory system. I just want to filter everyone. And I've seen so many people that were just scared to start Endfield because they heard the factory system will filter people. And they go, it's not for me. And I'm like, guys, the factory system it's so easy. And it's so fun. And, okay, to be fair, I like stupid stuff like this, but like... It's Minecraft logic, right? It's like, oh, you get the originium, and you refine it, or in this case, you get the iron ore, and you refine it into an ingot. You smith it into an ingot, and then you make your armor with it. It's that same logic. That's easy. Anyone could people that are like 5 years old understand that. All right. They just like it. Endfield, the factory is just that. It's that simple. All the complicated stuff. With like Wuling and the water stuff, which I'm so excited to see where that goes, by the way. All that stuff is like late game after you understand everything, and they've forced you to get addicted to it already. So, I feel like everyone being like, the factory system, it's gonna filter people. I think it scared away too many people. Because I thought, when I went into this, I'm like, oh goodness, this factory is gonna drive me insane. And then I sat down, and then we have 8 hours. Yeah, me playing the factory for 8 hours. Just because I'm having so much fun with it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. This is like, and like, it's not like Factorio. People are like, oh, it's Factorio. But I'm like, Factorio is like 10 times more complicated. That's like that's more crazy. Alright? That's for like the super methodical people, alright? Endfield is like, it's just the pure fun of watching stuff move around and getting better. You're just watching the numbers go up, and you're watching your money go up, and then the second people realize, oh, I'm making money from this. I'm making stonks. There's a stonk market with Animal Crossing radishes. I'm ripping off this outpost. I'm selling them this cheapo medicine that I'm growing. I'm building Walmart. I'm building Big Pharma. I'm literally a super villain. Holy moly, I'm gonna flippin'... Anyways, I don't know where this rant got so off tangent. Back to Wulfgard story quest. You clicking on this, just clicking on this mod, this video, you're like, oh, someone's reacting to the Wulfgard story quest, I gotta see this. And they just get me ranting about the flippin' chapter 1 and the factory. And it's all of it. It's just an entire breakdown for like the first 45 minutes. We've barely started the quest. Alright, as you can see, I ended up being ambushed by a Bone Crusher mob. The good news is I got fresh leads from them. Are you going after the trail?
Yes.
I do like that he kind of just kills them. Because every other gacha game is scared of having a killer character. Like a character that just kills people. So they're like, oh, most games usually just pretend. They're like, oh, man, this character, they knocked them all out. But they didn't kill anyone, because killing's wrong. And Wulfgard's like, yeah, I killed like 8 guys 5 minutes ago. Luckily, I tortured them, and they gave me the information I need. And we're just like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I promise, or else he would take you back. So, we're going back.
Fine. I respect you.
Yes, this was a square piece of flat land.
But this also means...
This one flat plain would be a wonderful place to build big pharma.
For this joint operation, I might
Just imagine a
need you to stick
McDonald's
to
in
my
that corner.
arrangements if you can.
They'll serve medicine made from herbs. They'll serve burgers made from grape paste I harvested from the herbs. You'll can all of the lemons into this thing and sell it to the poor. Get him. Alright, the only thing with these story quests, I'm sure they'll change it for future ones. These are all meant to be played early
I
on.
can handle it alone.
But like they put you like admin and the story quest person, and I'm like, there's zero compatibility between these two. So instead what they do is they make weak sauce enemies where we just spam the 2 skills and they die. And then that's the gameplay, and I'm like, it would be so cool if they gave us like Akakuri, and then we were trying to refill SP for Wulfgard here so we can go crazy with combustion, and we got to experience his kit. That's actually no, that's one of my like legitimate complaints about this game. The combat, you don't see the magic of it until your operators are like level 60. And if you took your time like I did, that is legitimately like 50 hours into the game. That's like 50 hours in. Like, don't get me wrong, killing everything by hitting random buttons, it's fun. It's fun. But like, once you see like the magic of like, oh man, we're gonna put cryo infliction on them. And then Yvonne's gonna use your skill. And then it's gonna solidify them, and it's gonna give me energy, and then I'm gonna ultimate, and then I'm gonna use Jai ultimate to amp cryo damage. And we're gonna watch 300,000 damage. We're gonna watch it count up from 1 to 300,000 damage. And then like, you know, once you see that, you're like, oh, this is sick. Or like when you're playing Labathin, you're like, okay, we're using Wulfgard. He's gonna use his skill. He's gonna put the fire stacks on the enemy. And then it's gonna get Labathin to 4. She's gonna use her enhanced sword, hit big number. To be ult, we're gonna do the whole rotation of more big numbers. Akakuri for skill points. We're gonna spam enhanced basic skills. And it's like, or you build a physical team, you're like, alright, I get to spam E. Because we're gonna do this rotation, we're gonna use this skill, then this skill, it's gonna trigger this combo skill, it's gonna trigger all the other combo skills, and it's gonna create this crazy rotation. You don't see that at the level 60, because everything just dies. Everything just dies. Like, a while ago, I did that. Okay, to be fair, my team is super built. I did that, like, the little blue light on the ground to get that chest. I didn't even get to do Yvonne ult, because they all died, and I'm like, aw, man. Aw, man. It's my fault for building Yvonne too good, for making her too powerful. Where's Wulfgard? Where are you? Yeah, you left me to fight for my life. Wulfgard, help me! You're jumping me, Wulfgard, please! Actually, they're kind of weak sauce, but let Wulfgard, please, you wouldn't leave a poor penguin by themselves. You wouldn't let a poor penguin fend for themselves, would you? Wulfgard, help me! Wulfgard, please! Yeah, you let me fight them by myself? No other gacha character would do that.
Don't let your guard
No
down.
other... Alright, they would be there frame one, and they would be aura farming. Not Wulfgard. No, he's goated. He's goated. He's like, nah, you can do it on your own. I'm busy.
My Talos! What the blight is that? Eat the dirt, brute! No, don't shoot! The twin moons shall be one!
Does he just kill him?
You.
Catello, sono io! Giovanni!
Oh, never mind.
Did you
Alright, this
forget about
your
me?
NPC in disguise.
Right. Best partners on so many missions.
Wait.
Your performance was indeed rather unforgettable.
I knew it. Bene, amici.
Okay,
This
no,
isn't a
that's just the
secret.
guy
Let's
infiltrating.
talk somewhere else.
Okay. I was like... It could have gone two ways. That could have been... That we could have revealed bone crushers could like absorb people's memories, which would be a crazy... That would be a crazy plot device.
Catello, it's been
But no,
good,
that's just the
You
that's just the
retired
guy
those clothes
going in
and
there
fans
and
yet? Settling down nice and
infiltrating.
easy, huh? Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Or is it
How's
like...
Rossi doing?
Or
She was only
can...
this
Or...
tall when I last
I
saw
assume bone
She's good.
crushers are like these guys.
Didn't get any bigger.
Bone crushers is a specific
Don't
gang. I
let
forget
Rossi
what they're
catch wind of
called.
that, or she'll be yanking your ears again
Are they
for
like a separate
sure.
like species? Or are they just like a group of like barbaric
Okay.
people?
This spot looks nice and private. Let's get back to our little
Cause like
fight.
we got Wulfgard kinda just killing them indiscriminately.
Why are you here?
And like they have
that
levels
would
of
be your first
intelligence to
question.
the point that they can have like pet
But trust me,
wolf
you
dogs
won't
things.
expect what I've got to say.
They pet dogs
Here
and
for
stuff.
Tommaso.
And leaders and they can
Smart
build these
brother of ours
bases.
who almost got admitted to
They can build
HMS.
these camps.
Remember him?
So I'm kinda like, are
What
they
happened to him?
are they just
Don't take my word for it. I'm
evil
just
by
passing along
nature
this
or
Sounds like
are they, like,
Tommaso's got a
dangerous?
cozy with the bone
is
crushers.
low intelligence or something?
You sure?
Of course I am not sure. That's why I came all the way here. Even got myself an entire set of the Bone Crusher outfit. I'm all decked out for sleeping into their camp. Plan is to find Tommaso, and if I do, he's in for a talk. You know, maybe I'll knock some sense into him. Speaking of which, Catello, mio caro, why are you here?
There are traitors in the pack, and Tommaso is our biggest suspect. I'm also looking for him.
What? You really think so? No way. Tommaso wouldn't. Maybe it's just some mix-up. Yeah, it's gotta be. Got it. You need to wrap up your little investigation before calling it, right?
This is interesting
sick
though.
of you.
How, like we're dealing with a
Oh,
potential
who's
traitor.
this sharp one next to
I'm
you?
I wonder where
Looks
they
like some
if they'll go
serious
dark and it's like, oh, they are a traitor,
She's...
and now we gotta kill
I'm
them.
Wulfgard's current partner.
Indeed. We usually call her the Endman.
And mean. That's a catch.
Yeah, you don't know who I am,
Hold on, Catello.
You don't know who I
What's your code name again?
bruh.
Wulfgard.
Rossi's like our biggest fan. You'd think that like their whole pack would know about the Endman.
Okay. Let's change topic. So, Catello and Endmin, what are your plans? How about you join me on a trip to the Bone Crusher camp? The intel I've gathered tells me that Tommaso might be there.
I also want to see what our traitor is doing there.
Jumping straight to traitor, huh? Aren't we a bit quick to judge?
Yeah, maybe he has reasons.
Oh! Oh, of course not. By the way, according to my intel, the Bone Crushers hid their camp underground. The entrance is at the Valley Pass. Let's go there to take a peek. What do you say?
Sure. Lead the way.
All right, I'll lead the way. Guess I'll have to put up with this outfit for a little longer.
Okay. Here we go. Optional. Talk to Giovanni. Let's see what Giovanni has to say.
Haven't seen Catello in years, but he still got that blighted temper.
Wait, so you've been
Someone should
infiltrating for
visit my
years, or how long have you known him?
More than a decade.
More than a decade?
When we first met, he was still a little rascal who couldn't even hold his dagger. But the kid was different from people like me. Catello picked up every weapon like it was a second nature. Man,
Now he was
downright
built for
jealous of
killing.
his skills back then. So I begged him to teach me the ropes. Even his sister Rossi got fed up with my pestering. But I kept at it and snagged a handful of his slick moves myself. Well, Tommy, he's a weird one. Grew up in the pack, but he got really good with books and reading. Whenever he got roughed up, it was always Catello and me
Oh,
who stopped.
dang. Okay.
Yet, he forgave
Good thing we talked to
every last
Giovanni.
one,
This was like, this is
including
key
those who
information
botched his shot at the
about their relationship.
Can you
So it's like,
believe
cause like, we know Tommaso was like
What about this
BFFs,
case?
like childhood friends almost with. But like, so Tommaso was like the weak one. He was the book nerd, and Giovanni and Wulfgard were like the ones to hop in and defend him.
that? Why would a person like Tommy end up with the Bone Crushers? You
I
think
mean,
they strong-armed him?
You're literally infiltrating the Bone Crushers yourself.
A bunch of lunatics with zero brains but plenty of muscle. Even the pack, where I'm from, can't dodge throwing down with these crazies. If they were dealing with the pack from decades ago. Well, let's change the topic. Not like we can afford to poke the beasts right now, huh?
More interesting.
That was well played, Min. Our teamwork was.
It wasn't. You didn't help. What do you mean? I was fighting for my life. You think he's a traitor?
It's still too soon to tell.
Oh, okay, you was just saying that as an just cause
Everyone
he
in
was
the
so
pack
upset.
knows Tommaso's dead, but Giovanni claims to know nothing.
Oh, like, Tommaso's dead.
He's either pretending.
So Giovanni's the
just
one
hasn't
we're
been
tricking.
back for a while.
Where I wasn't taking. I spent too much time talking about everything else that I wasn't
No
paying
matter
enough
what,
attention. Oops.
His ties to the real traitor should be strong.
I know at the
Talking
beginning we were
about
like talking about.
traitors, we might have more than
Oh, I
one.
was like saying, oh, I wish I saw all of you being friends with Tommaso. Okay.
Yes, and
Gonna beg them
Giovanni's
all at
our
once?
perfect lead into the place. He's not very good at disguising himself. Not so, Min, please help me carry this show to its conclusion. Will you?
Alright, piece of cake.
Grazie. Tommaso,
You tell me about Tommaso?
when compared to Giovanni and myself, Tommaso was really the odd one in the pack. He was too optimistic and too kind. But things often ended up in ways he didn't like. Giovanni and I did take care of some business for him, but we actually owe him way bigger
Oh, even
favors.
more contact. Better context. Okay. Can Giovanni be the one who killed him?
Hope not. But many years have already passed. Time changes everyone it touches.
Ooh. Ooh, he's kind of spinning though. When can we get
You can
going?
go now. And
Let's go. You know that you and Wulfgard followed Giovanni to the Valley Pass? The mid story quest is more reliant on
didn't think
Overworld
hidden
than
underground tunnels
Lavatane's.
here.
It's very clear, like distinct to different. A distinct difference in
You've been here before?
their execution style. This
So,
definitely
still
feels
need
more
me
like
to
a
drag you
traditional, like Genshin or Wuthering Waves or actually just those as examples. As a character
We do.
quest for those.
This place has changed quite a bit since we last came.
The Bone Crushers are rebuilding their turf.
They even reignited the dance tech. I can hardly ignore that biting stench. The situation might be worse than we think. And
But like the thing is, Wulfgard's like his character. Like we can't do the stuff we were doing in the Lavatane story quest where we're walking through memories and stuff. That was like unique to her story, right? So of course we're using the overworld here. I do hope we like find like a bone crusher base, and then you interact with like a little spot, and it lets us go into like a custom-made dungeon where we're invading their base. I hope that's the most optimistic I can be, but I don't know.
Should we ask them about
I don't know if
the
they're gonna go
situation?
that far. They might have some clues.
Roosters?
And I feel like
better
dungeon
not let
crawling
them
in
see
these
me.
games, these
Look at my
adventure games, I
stupid
feel like it's so
outfit. The roosters
important
won't
from a
pick me
gameplay
outside.
perspective.
I should probably check the other side. Maybe I'll corner a bone crusher straggler and pry a few secrets loose. Catello and Min, I'll see you later.
No,
Let's
he's
go,
running away
Andy.
kinda suspicious, but okay.
Hey.
Just cause like a lot of these quests are like talk to these people and you hear information and you just learn more and more information talking to different people over and over.
This is definitely planned.
And like the
They
most
must
they
have
can do from like a
camp nearby.
gameplay perspective is like you fight some guys along the way. But like if you make a custom dungeon for a side quest, I mean you see it in like Genshin, in Enfield, in Wuthering Waves, right? When you have a custom dungeon or your little side quest here, well that embraces the innate exploration gameplay of these wide open area games. Because you're in a dungeon and you're like, well, I get to explore this dungeon. And it's a one and done, right? So you explore the dungeon, maybe the characters talk while exploring, you get to do some combat, and then you get to the end and then you get your little character story, finisher, cutscene, or whatever. And I feel like that's like the easiest game design thing with these side
That's
quests.
right.
Not everyone has to do it,
Explains
but like,
everything. The missing supplies,
I feel like that's an
the
easy way
sabotage
to mesh
machines, and
gameplay
that
into
weird
there.
tower suddenly belching out foul smoke. I bet the Landbreakers did everything. They're rebuilding their camp.
the Levitating story quest did it. Even if I call it dungeon, right? It was like there were like 4 extra rooms with some easy enemies in there. But like
Apologies.
we told story through that, right?
Crewmate can get carried away at times. The UWST post at the Valley Pass has had several disruptions lately. We're trying to find out why.
I'm hoping we can see more of
course.
something like
I
that.
can't see anyone else doing this. These vandals won't stop harassing us. Once I find that
At the
camp
very
of
least,
theirs,
dungeons
I'll
create a
make those
linear,
pike
tailored
fences
experience.
pay.
So it's easier to control the
Location
pacing.
is key. We
If you're
still
doing like an
haven't been
open
able to
world,
find
you don't know
the exact
if the
place
players are
of
gonna
the
walk
camp.
around the long
Perhaps we
way,
need
if they're gonna
another
beeline for the
approach.
thing you want them to go to. Maybe it'll feel just like from walking from point A to
Where did
point
those
B,
pipe
because the
faces
world
come from?
isn't typically filled with lots of
There's no end
enemies
to them.
in a smaller space.
Do we have to wait for reinforcements again?
No, Wulfgard can take care of it. He's built different.
Problem is another one of
But
ours
we need
went
information
missing
about
yesterday.
certain traders.
Things can't go on like this.
What's that badge you're wearing? Enfield, you also received our call for support?
Well, no, but I'm
No.
here.
We were just passing by. I heard you got a missing crewmate.
Oh yeah, it's Yuli, a scientist. He's about as tall as I am and wears glasses. He went missing when we were changing our patrol shifts yesterday.
That makes 3 gone just recently.
And all happened in this very area.
Yeah, right before or after we
I
changed
think
our
that-
patrol shifts.
Giovanni running off
Sounds
right
like
before we
Book
talk to
Crusher's
these
work.
people
They often attack at
is
times
very
like
suspicious.
this. The pictures coming together. The missing UWST.
Plus, I trust
crewmates were
Wulfgard's
likely
like
captured
judgment
by
of character.
Crushers. Their motives
He's
are
like, oh, it's been a long
But if the
time.
raiders
So even though
are
we were
really
like
behind this,
BFFs
tracking
when we
them
were
down
younger,
should be easy.
I can
Now
kind
that
of
we
tell
have more
something's off.
clues about their camp's location,
So I'm going
I'm guessing
to
it's tied to the rekindled dance stack.
just be on guard.
Traitor or not, the last thing he wants is us wasting time up here. We just need to see through his plans and improvise accordingly.
Alright, I'm good at
I
that.
agree. You're almost as quick as our sharpest back member, Sandman. Impeccable.
It's a lot of confidence though, cause like we don't know how
Then
how
about it.
potentially
Time to go. Let's find our missing UWST scientist first.
complex
to
the
what the
trap
crew
being
told
set
us,
for us
We
is.
should find some clues at the site.
Like we could
First
get
find
jumped
the
by like
place.
30 people. 30 bone crushers. In which case we are not getting out of that. If it were more in-world realistic. Of course, it's a gacha game, so we just cook everybody.
This probably belonged to that scientist. Hope he can still return to his project.
No legible scribbles I read. Patrols are boring. I hope I'm back at the research center and get back to my science project. Who writes this down? Like, you just write down whatever mundane task you're doing. Like, oh man. Like, that'll be like if I was writing down a note right now. Oh man. I sure do love streaming. I get to yap as much as I want. You went missing? You were just up here and no one saw you? Oh my goodness, ain't no way.
Thanks
I
for
was
saving
told
me.
you have glasses, sir. Where are they?
I'm Yuli, a UWST scientist. Oh, I ran into a landbreaker during my patrols. He seemed to be trading with someone dressed like a refugee. And then, well, they knocked me out. When I came around, I found myself trapped in this place.
Someone dressed like a refugee.
Yeah. That guy kept fiddling with a dagger. The way it flashed really stuck with me. I think I heard them mention something about the underground, some camp and an...
Interesting.
Just as I figured. Admin, this show of ours might be reaching its finale at the Bone Crusher's underground camp. We have found enough clues. Admin, the next act's about to start. Let's go find Giovanni.
Alright, but I seen Orleans. I'm gonna go get it. Orlean! Must just sneak by these guys. I think it's kind of sad, but like fighting enemies in the overworld
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
doesn't
So,
really give
got
crazy
any
rewards.
idea on how to get down there? Share him with a brother, man.
Oh, okay, he's just gonna watch us defeat the Landbreakers. I have my ult, but I don't want to use it on just this one guy who has one sliver of HP left.
Hey, perfect timing. I just coaxed the key clue from that screaming whelp. Wasn't easy, you know?
Really? Tell us about it.
The clueless run spilled the camp's location. It's right behind that wall up ahead. There's a big hole we can slip through.
That location is already surrounded by Bone Crushers. Getting there might be troublesome.
Okay, hear me out. We charge as one, fast and relentless. No delays, just hit him and push through.
Okay, alright, so we're gonna charge in, and he's kind of gonna abandon ship, and we're gonna be like, he is a traitor! And then the plot twist is he's not actually a traitor. And like something just prevented him from doing so. Calling it now.
Yeah, ditch the plans. Go straight up there by faces and smash them in. How does that sound?
Sounds like a good idea.
Huh? Ma certo, Catello. You've turned into quite a decent team player.
In any case, fighting as a team will solve our current predicament. We might need to act faster than our adversaries.
No, look at, he's hinting at us.
Act fast.
He's hinting at us.
Yes,
He's
of
like, we gotta
course.
act faster than
Speed's our best
adversaries.
ally.
And Giovanni's like,
Okay then. That's
yeah, that's part of the plan, right? But really, he's like kind of telling us like, we need to be faster than him. If he's gonna pull anything slick on us. Alright, I'm kinda hoping that he just turns around and starts running. That would be so funny.
Enemy attack!
Wow. What a crazy trap that we got put in.
The fight isn't working out for us! Catello, help me! I'll try my best to shut off the flaming barrier.
We'll cover you.
Oh wait, maybe... Oh no, he's actually helping? Maybe he's playing both sides and he's just gonna go with whoever came up on top.
Flaming barrier's a real sword, but I'll shut it down quickly.
Yeah? Guys are level 30. I do not want to use my ult on. Like, he's just gonna die in the first 2 seconds of the ult.
Whew, it's finally over. Mark my words, this was way more exciting than that fight we had with 30 cartel bodyguards.
The cartel guards wanted to stay alive. The Bone Crushers are different. That dagger you're carrying, is it...
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, Catello, sharp and steady as always. I followed the tricks you taught me, and got someone to custom forge this blade. The handling and balance are
Dang,
awesome.
look at... He's got the, like...
I'm glad you like it. It looks like a fine piece.
Oh, no, that was... That's 100% Tommaso's blade. Like, you can tell Wulfgard did not want to hear it. Like, that was like, yeah, it's you.
We've had it rougher before.
That's true. I'll never forget. You and me trapped in that sewer.
That's an
for
assumption.
3
I'm
whole
just
days.
predicting. I could be wrong. But I don't know.
This is the entrance to the hidden camp. Shall we, Endmin?
Alright, let's go. Put me in a dungeon.
Huh?
Put me in a dungeon, please.
Turn already?
And administrator. Their custom built administrator
Are we
trial
setting off
mode.
now? Command is yours.
I'll bring my Wulfgard this way. Actually,
Command
does
is
theirs
yours.
have the sig
Are we setting
weapon?
off now?
No, he
Are
does
we
not.
setting off now?
Mine's cooler.
Command is yours.
Ooh, look at that. Look at it, dripped out.
Huh? Is it my turn already?
This is our chance to learn and grow. Akakuri up Z7 reporting in.
Alright, whatever. We'll
Excited to join the
bring
mission?
Pogman. It'll be funny. I need to actually build my Endmin. Holy transition.
Let's slow down a little, Endmin. This place is perfect for an ambush.
Alright, Akakuri and... Although the Nishini are kinda... They're standing a little too still. They're kinda scaring me. Alright, Giovanni.
The Bone Crushers didn't build this place themselves. This seems like...
I'm
an
really
abandoned
curious if this is gonna
underground
like go
factory
exactly how I
WST.
expected. Or if they're gonna like do a
Typical
little,
bone crusher behavior.
you know, do a little
They
a bit of
practically got
unpredictability
them for free.
and take it in like a
Bone
direction
Crushers
that's
may have
not
modified the local machines
like
for
regular
this.
traditional story writing, if that makes sense.
Giovanni,
Huh? Me again? Okay. Sure, I'll lead the way.
You keep playing along with the
Yes.
show.
The show has yet to reach the final act. Besides, from what I know about him, he's very close to his breaking point.
Like the... Clearly we're just gonna confront him, right? But like going against the
Signs of
traditional,
patrols.
aren't traditional, but like regular writing
Far
tropes.
from their main base.
With the
This
plot
place
twist
is
and
way
be
too
like,
big.
actually
A
he's
bigger
not the
place has its
traitor.
perks. Makes a
And
group like ours
he just didn't know how to tell
successful.
us. And Tommaso gave him the blade.
Careful, Endmin.
Right, like that would
Maybe
be...
enemies up ahead.
That would be unconventional. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna have a crash out from this guy when he ambushes us with like 30 people. Oh man, another trap. And now there's more guys. And watching Hogman do all his crazy moves. But his basic string is crazy. It's genuinely insane.
No escape!
They call this an ambush? We've been through worse.
They were overconfident. There should be other mechanisms, Endmin. Let's press on and look around. Perhaps we'll find a clue.
There's no way Giovanni's not on the West pretending, right? Like, there's been like 5 betrayals at this point. There's no way he's not suspicious that we're just playing along.
Bone Crusher glyphs. I remember that they like using these glyphs to pass on secret messages.
You can read them?
Most of them, yes.
You actually know this, Catello. I recognize none of this.
But knowing what the glyphs mean won't get this machine to work.
That sounds like a real hassle. I should leave you two to this job.
Like, I feel like he's using us to get into the base. So he can steal something, but... maybe that's too simple of a
Yes.
plan.
The correct sequence of the glyphs. I believe the...
Well... okay, I see. We need to go stand on a specific spot. And then we'll see what the... we'll see the look. Alright, so... It ran out. Wait, what was it? Was it like that smoky thing that we interacted with?
Target, escape, footrest, and fire. That's my guess for the sequence.
Oh, he literally said it. It was like what? Night. Escape. Footrest. And fire. Oh, dang. Look at that. Look at that. I paid enough attention. By the way, the first 3 I had to guess. The last 2, footrest and fire, or that made sense, but like I heard night and then I stopped paying attention to what Wulfgard was saying. And then I lost him in the last bit of what he said. So that was pure guess. That was pure guessing.
Home crusher mechanisms. Not for me, you handle it.
Okay, hang on. Oh wait, can I not open up the settings? Oh, there it is. Or I'm not gonna lie. My computer is like going crazy, so we're gonna go at performance. Frame gen 2x. That should be fine, right? There we go, it's less fake frames. And the visual quality like barely went down. We're fine. Yeah, it's fine. We take those. Get out, Kaguri! Alright, hang on. Is there like chests in here? And these are like one-time dungeons, so I doubt that they're hiding chests everywhere. It's probably fine.
Giovanni, you blocked that bullet for me back then, right? That weapon dealer didn't even know how to use his guns. His shot found its mark.
That was years ago, Robelle. Why are you talking about that? I almost forgot about it.
Why? Well, I remember it well. Just like how you couldn't forget about those sewers.
I'm a big fan of dialogue while we're just running around in a dungeon. I think it's easier for players to miss it, but like, it's so time efficient. At storytelling, I like it. I'm quite a fan. Holy moly, Pogman and Ekokuri killed those 3 guys when I was looking away.
Huh? Wait! Who's there? Tommaso, is that you?
Wait, what?
Come back!
Wait, does he just legitimately think Tommaso is still alive? Maybe this goes in a different way than I thought. So he sat there and waited for us to follow after him. Oh, not the trap! I scripted, I couldn't avoid it.
You were right, Henmin. I slept. Giovanni. I knew it.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I knew it, like... I thought we knew from the beginning! We've been talking in like code the entire time! Like, there was like 5... There's 5 separate betrayals. You hesitated, Backman.
You saw it.
You never treated him as an actual enemy.
I guess you saw right through me. Just like you said, Henmin. I did hesitate.
Aw, dang.
I had only
Oh,
2
W
friends.
storytelling.
Tommaso and
Hey,
Giovanni.
this sucks. His 2 friends...
On this mission
One killed the other one, now he has to kill the last one.
He might look the same, but the Giovanni I knew is gone.
But you hope for something,
I
right?
should be the one bearing the consequences, but I got too involved.
Yeah, that's my disapproval with Wulfgard. Like, he can't afford to be hesitating when we're basically in his care. He dragged us on this mission, right? And it's like, we're the Endmen, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so important, but like, you know, there's a lot of people really, you know, counting on this person to regain their memories, or at least, you know, re-achieve some of the skill set that we had before in the past. And if we just die, because we are very clearly very human, and not immortal, if something happens to us, because he's caught up in his feelings, that's really bad. So making us worry about you again.
You're right. When it comes to Giovanni, I won't make the same mistakes again, no matter what. Anyway, we should figure out a way to leave this place, partner. These devices should be controlled by a mechanism near.
You can just tank him. I think I
Good
smell
reminder.
fuel.
Let's find a
I
device
feel like this is
connected
such
to
a
the
waste of fuel.
compartment. That should
Or
be
like
key.
traps. Also, his gloves look sick. The little claws at the end. The metal claws, that fire. Oh no, something I could dodge through it. I could force it. Sit behind me. There we go. There we go. Ooh, how do we get past this one? How these turn off? Alright, well. I was hoping there's more of a trick for those 4.
That should
I don't-
do it.
I don't think that was very smart. I'm glad it worked. But who thought like, yeah, Yeah, there's flames everywhere. But shoot the fuel valve for them. That surely won't cause it to explode and like cook us all. Nice little shrimp. YouTube algorithm brought you. Quick, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad my YouTube algorithm is recommending me, even though it's a small Pam stream. Done for you very well.
You flatter me. Experienced hunters would always select their best hunting tools.
I don't know about this one. Shooting the fuel valve to turn off the fire and flamethrower combustion machine was probably not the smartest move. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about that one.
The trader you're looking for is Giovanni himself.
Alright, so like, are we gonna get a cool cutscene where he executes Giovanni in the most brutal way possible, or...
What if he had no choice?
Or is this game too family friendly for that?
That's how we'll see it. Giovanni.
I guess Enfield's already like super unconventional already with its like willingness to just have a character that just kills all the bone crushers. I feel like a lot of these gacha games are scared to have, you know, characters that are just straight up killers. Get him, Pog Man. Ooh.
If you're ready, Anmin, we can take that elevator over. Anmin, expect a hard fight.
Expect a hard fight? I don't expect a hard fight. I do not. I really like that they're letting us use our team for this. I mean, of course, Wulfgard and we're forced, but I brought in 2 other party members. They'll probably just instantly win against the Moss Mud. At least we get to like play a full team comp rather than just 2 characters.
Show yourself. I know you're here. Taking you down one at a time will drag on. Throw it all at me.
Big, strong words from a tiny runt of the pack. The exit's closed, and so is your fate.
Oh man, it's a Landbreaker Chief. Landbreakers, that's what these guys are called.
No second.
Aim at the boom! Goodbye. But I was thinking that would have done more damage, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I leveled this ult.
Impossible.
Oh, he's level 35 now. Oh man. Oh man.
At my command.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, never mind. They're dead. Level 35 moment. Level 35 bad guy moment.
Where is Giovanni?
Giovanni? What Giovanni? Don't know anybody with that name.
Who put you on guard here?
It's the traitor of that pack of yours. Wouldn't show up himself. So your big wolf sends a little runt.
Useless. It was the perfect ambush, and you...
Aw, darn, he really is just pure evil. I was hoping there would be like a little plot twist where he's like, actually, I'm not evil.
Keep your guard
It was all part of my plan. To save the day, to get revenge on the Landbreakers that killed Tommaso.
What happened? You... scared?
The blade that killed Tommaso.
Yeah. E allora? He believed in your idiocy and tried to sell me out. He deserved it.
Ah, darn, you're just bad.
You're the one who betrayed the clan.
He is evil. Darn.
I betrayed the clan? Please. The true pack lives by purpose and honor. We don't sell out our own for some measly creds, trading blood and sweat to those companies. The real traitor here is you.
Okay.
Some traditions must be set aside if we want more people to lead decent lives. We have to do this for our past, as well as our future.
Future? The path of yours leads to no future. The Alfarian is right. You're hopeless. Only the Alfarian could lead the new pack to the glory we deserve.
The new pack?
That's right. If I'm a traitor in your eyes, then you're gonna find a whole army of traitors out there. Did you really think that the new pack
Okay,
is just
so
a
it's
little
a...
club that came out of
At least
nowhere?
it's a little bit more complicated than just that.
Wrong! We are what the pack was supposed to be.
There's a different faction
Very first prey.
that like believes that they should stick to their ways. And then Wulfgard is part of like the people that believe that they can improve their lives by trying, you know, new things and not being as traditional.
Who is your Alfarian? Catello, do you really think I'll break my omertà? I probably can kill you, but it'd be nice. Take someone down with me!
Ain't no way you're trying Edmund. You're trying to kill Edmund. Yeah. Oh, he did him so dirty off screen. Off screen, and he's folded like Matt.
Key answer. It's yours to discover.
I guess such an anticlimactic end for like the best friend, the ex-best friend character. The brothers that grew up, like brothers in arms, not in arms, but like they grew up together, childhood friends. Also, Elle and Min, we let ourselves get ambushed like that. I mean, he was in front of us. We watched him take out the knife and then jump at us, and then he was forced to pull the trigger on his gun. And now he's dead, our source of information. Elle and Min.
The incident is now over. And the traitor got what
Now,
he
and I'm still upset that I let him get the jump on me.
No.
And now he's dead. That's not how the truth. This isn't
alright,
you.
Armin. No need to worry about me. It was my choice. And I'm prepared for the consequences.
What consequences?
Same
I
rule
guess
applies
he's dead now.
to Giovanni.
And now we don't know who the... We don't know who's the leader of the faction,
And the traitor got what
the
he
enemy
deserved.
faction.
We should celebrate. Sure. I'll... Endman, I may need to excuse myself for now.
You're leading Giovanni to
Yes.
rest?
He remains a pack member. His final rites should follow the code of the pack.
Then how should I find you?
I thought you knew already, Endman.
Wulfgard carries Giovanni's body out of the Valley Pass. You return to the hub. But now Rossi. We never went back. What is happening? Oh dang, he's burning the body. Oh, either that or he's just lighting a fire in his memory, but I assume he would be burning the body.
That was the first time we botched our job. We had to pay the fine. Tommaso sold the silver brooch his mother left him, without a word. Giovanni then spent 3 months looking for it. He paid double the price to buy it back from the underground market at Asphalt Roundabout. That was all his commission.
Dang, flippin'.
He told me.
Okay, the one thing that's interesting is you can tell Giovanni did like regret it a little bit. Cause like the three of them were basically brothers. How about this pocket watch? Is that from Tommaso as well?
No. It was from me.
Well, now I've... oops, I threw it in there already.
It was a gift. For his 20th birthday. Rossi picked it. I was in charge of payment and delivery. As for this one...
We should leave it here.
I would not leave it here. Dude, like... I feel like it would be important to carry it with you. As like a reminder. As like heavy a burden as that is.
It's really over.
You know how terrifying, like... Okay, a knife is a very useful tool. You know how terrifying... If you find out later that some bad guy found it. Even if it's some grunt. And they've been using it for their evil deeds. And it would be like, how dare you, like, imagine some whack job finds this knife embedded in the ground. They don't know what's happening. And they're like, oh, it's fate. This is my lucky charm. It's going to kill so many people. And now I gotta go on some crazy hunt to find out who's killing everyone with Tommaso's knife. Alright, with Giovanni's knife. I'm assuming it was Tommaso's though, because Wulfgard recognized it. And then it ended up being his knife that killed him. You personally sell it to Prelica so you can turn it into a bug capsule, eh? Exactly! Big money! Something else has just begun. Okay, I feel like we're about to see something incredibly cheesy. This is like a moment of mourning. He literally lost the only people he considered friends.
This new pack from Giovanni. I know nothing about the size of this operation, their goals, and most importantly, their alpha.
This is fire though. They set up a possible future storyline. This could be Rossi's story quest. Like, if I'm being honest.
Rossi often mentions it. Maybe she's right. The pack of today is different from every pack of the past. She, I, anyone really, would all bear heavier prices to make changes. But before that happens, I must verify something and make a few preparations with Rossi. If possible, I hope you treat everything that happened here as a secret between us.
Yeah, it's off the books. We just went to go look for some things. You know what, Rossi? No, she wouldn't be so worried and upset. Like, cause is she his younger or older sister? Like, I know she's small, but she's like, I'm a capo, and when it comes to like, you know, mafia and like, that's pretty high up. That's not mob boss, but like, that's pretty high up. That's not level 100 mob boss, alright? But it sure as heck is way above level 1 grunt. Cause like, if she's the older sister, if killing her would like send her into like a rampage, right? Cause you know, I have to deal with this as the older sibling. If she's the younger sibling, that's like looking after her big brother's like mistakes, then she would be a lot more passive about it, I think.
Now's definitely not the time.
Maybe he'll decide the time. I'm taking that knife. I'm literally, I'm taking it. I'm literally taking it and putting it in a box. And it's going in my room. And we're never bringing it up again. I'm carrying that burden. RW 600 or barrels. Let's go. That's Wulfgard's story quest. Took us an hour and 40 minutes. That's not bad considering how much time I spent yapping. And I'll be honest, okay. Every story quest we've done for like a character quest in Endfield has been really good. Like actually, Wulfgard's like, okay, I know like Lavatain is so peak fiction. Wulfgard's was really good for something that was like only an hour long. Like that's a lot of storytelling they did in an hour. And there was like a bunch of, like, we were meandering a bit, but like we learned so much about Wulfgard's character. We learned so much about the lore behind their pack. And the best part, they didn't like explain it like, oh, they didn't go, oh, you know, the pack is made up of these positions and there's a faction that they let us, they let us figure it out ourselves. Wulfgard goes, who's your Alfarion? And we're like, okay, so we're guessing that's the leader of this like faction pack in their group. And then we're just, you know, we're figuring out the pieces ourselves. They didn't explain everything. They didn't have to. There was enough hints there. If you're really like theoretically bossing through it, it's like only 45 minutes. Yeah, but I was yapping a lot, so I doubled the length. But like that was fantastic. Like I do think there was a lot of telling and not showing. Like for example, when like towards the end we saw that like not like it was a flashback where they showed like a 3D models of like 3 kids in front of fire, and like that was showing that was Wulfgard, that was Cthulhu and Giovanni and Tommaso. Right, that was all 3 of them as kids. In fact, then showing that they've been through hell and back together, and like it's such a shame things turn out this way. I really think we could have gotten something similar with like at the very beginning when we're like, who's Tommaso? It really went 100% instead of him being like, he was like my best friend, and then he explained everything like in a little bit too much detail. I think it should have been like he was like my best friend, and then we don't want any more dialogue and just like 3 silhouettes. 3 silhouettes, one is Wulfgard, and you can do 2 random NPCs. But they're silhouettes, so you don't have to worry about how detailed they are, right? It just needs to be random NPCs. Them like, you know, in front of like a sky background or something. To show like, oh, this is like, these people are important to him. And then he goes, Tommaso died, and then Wulfgard's silhouette, like standing above like an NPC body lying on the ground, and he sort of have to find the traitor. That would have been, I feel like that would have elevated this 45-minute long quest like to basically perfection. And just that little extra bit of visual clarity would have improved this experience rather than the entire beginning kind of like Wulfgard giving a sentence. But that's just like my inner critique. That's me nitpicking, I'm gonna be honest. For a 45-minute story quest, I feel like that was very, very good for something that was so short. I feel like I got a lot out of it. I do wish it had like a legitimate, like actually 3D animated, pre-rendered cutscene, or not even pre-rendered, even just in the game. Instead, they opted to have Wulfgard like shoot the gun, black screen, then cut to Giovanni like lying dead on the ground. Right, like I feel like that was just a little bit cheap for what was supposed to be the climax of the story. It should have been, I think it should have been like a little bit more dramatic. But that's me nitpicking. For something that was only 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm gonna just run it up to an hour. For something that was only an hour long, it's pretty good. Like, I already liked Wulfgard just cause like that one cutscene in the main story where Wulfgard and Rossi are like fighting off by guys, and they just start speaking Italian. Rossi and Wulfgard went so high up, and how much I liked both of them. I mean, that's literally because before my Lavatain theme, it was Lavatain,
girls who like to micromanage.
Akakuri, and how
You have some.
in Ardelia. After that, I feel bad because Antal actually is so sick as a character. I kicked him out of the team and we got Wulfgard. And also I got a signature weapon, which made me even happier. So that's basically... But this definitely made his character cooler. And even that, like, it did set up possible future storylines. It set up like... It's probably just gonna be Rossi's story quest. I hope it continues further into the future though, past even Rossi. Like, it would be cool if... Cause like, okay. Of course, like, who's Alfarion of your pack? If that Alfarion turns out to be like a future playable character, and there's a third, like, part to this story where it's like about the two factions in the pack coming to like a an agreement, or like about them clashing and then eventually coming to an agreement, and then we have a third pack character, a third wolf character, and then let's just super in-depth dig into this, like, this basically it's a gang wars, mob boss, mafia story that they got going here. That's so sick. That's so sick. Like, the world building of this game is so good. It's so good. Alright, let me take a look here. We're like barely above 30 pulls. I know I said at 30 pulls at the beginning of the stream. It was more like 27 or something like that. But we did 2 story quests. It's been 5.5 hours. And we have gotten like 3 pulls. Wow. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We will have enough for Rossi. And I pray I can get her weapon. It may take a bit though. Worst case scenario, we're first gonna get the battle pass. And I'll be able to like fully max out the weapon from the battle pass. But I do want her signature. Ideally, we'll actually start getting the Arsenal exchange stuff. This is rough, I'm not gonna lie. Like, 20 aura geometries is like 500. You need 2,000 for a 10 pull. You need to do 8 of those. That's like $10 for 500. So $40 for a 10 pull is an insane exchange rate. Not including the double bonus though. That calculation was not including the double bonus. Like, this gives 68. Right, if you spend $30. 20 is 500. So you need 80. $30 is not even a 10 pull for the weapon exchange. You need to do 8 to guarantee a weapon. Ooh. Okay, so 8 times 30. $240 for a weapon. That's if you just like raw, no double bonus, going all in. To be fair, you do get Arsenal exchange. You get Arsenal tickets from just playing the game and from doing regular pulls. That's still like, that's rough. That's rough, guys. Holy moly. Is there any bundle that just gives us Arsenal exchange? Oh, value Arsenal ticket pack $20 for a 10 pull. 90%. I don't think that's 90%. I think they mathed wrong. Eddie. That doesn't line up. That doesn't make sense. Because $30... No, that... Okay, I don't think that's 90%. There's no way... There's no way a 10 pull is $200. The temptation, I'm not contemplating spending money on this. I'm just, the math isn't mathing. Why does it say 90%? What does that mean? Like 90% off? But then if this is 90% off and it's 20 Canadian dollars, right? For a 10 pull on the weapon banner, that means a 10 pull is normally $200. Right? Or... No. Wait, no, hang on. No, it doesn't make sense either. No, literally, okay. The math isn't mathing, wait. Why does it say 90%? How does that... Okay, wait, let me think. Okay, so... Okay, if a 10 pull is normally $40... No, that doesn't math out either. So it's $30 normally. Well, no, it's not 30. It is like 40, but it is the $40 pack. 50, it gets you the 92. Plus probably like 20, so it's like 110. Okay, no, if we include the double bonus, hang on. If you include the double bonus, then this $17.99 pack doesn't quite get us a 10 pull though. Okay, no, the math isn't nothing. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Alright, whatever. We'll pretend I didn't see that. All-rounder bundle. Wait, hang on. What's in the all-rounder bundle? That actually does look tempting. 140%. You get a 10 pull, and you get a 10 pull weapon banner. A 10 weapon banner pull. Okay, that one actually is tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, anyways, moving on. Alright, I already gave my piece on Wulfgard story quest. We're gonna do Gilberta's story quest next. Because I heard it's the shortest one. I think. Or maybe it's not the shortest one. Maybe Wulfgard's was the shortest one. I don't know. But I heard it was like an hour. We can totally do that. And then that way I can be done until 1.1. We'll get all of Enfield's like story quests out of the way. So I can get my ore barrels. I want to do the story quests, like the character story quests on stream, because like these are fantastic. They're great stories, and I think the reaction is worth having on the channel, especially with how effective they are with like being so short. Cause like, alright, I'm gonna just be quiet because flippin', I can't not compare to Genshin Impact, because Genshin Impact is like my standard for evaluation, okay? And the way it is, right, I stopped doing Genshin character stories because it was like either it was peak fiction, or 90% of the time it was like the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. And it's like I was tired of doing the gamble where it was the greatest thing ever, or it was like a waste of 2 to 3 hours. But so far, Enfield, it's 3 for 3. All 3 character stories I have done have been amazing. Wulfgard isn't even a 6-star, he's a 5-star. And they gave him a pretty decent story quest. Was it a bit short? Yeah. But I would argue that I'm happy it was short, because that's all they needed. They told an effective story in a short period of time. I wish it had a little bit more budget to have some... Not budget's the wrong term. I wish I had a little bit more effort put into it, so that we had some more visuals to go along with the storytelling. Like again, just a simple visual. Like, again, the beginning, I feel like just this one edition, and when we go, who's Tommaso? If they flash the screen white, they show the silhouette of 3 characters walking side by side, Wulfgard, Giovanni, and Tommaso. And then we hear Wulfgard go, he was like he's one of the few people I would call my friend. Then that would have elevated this story quest into something super ultra special, for something like cause like that takes you into the moment, right? It's like we're reminiscing with him. But instead, we're an outsider it pulls us back, and he tells and doesn't show, when really when it comes to storytelling, you show, don't tell. At least that's a big rule in story writing, in story presentation, in movies, in comics, in animation, in everything. I don't know what all of these gacha games are. They just don't know how to show, don't tell. I don't know why. It's endless in flipping 2.5. It was all telling, barely any showing. 2.6 was kind of peak fiction. It's endless. Genshin, I mean, all of Paimon summaries for the first 4.5 years of Genshin Impact. No, that's too much. For the first 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years of Genshin Impact, all of Paimon's summaries were the epitome of telling, not showing. And it's like, it hurts even more because and then flipping HSR is 1,000,000% it's all telling and no showing. And when they do show, it's a 30-second long cutscene. And you can't extrapolate any story from it. It was just flashy. And other ways they get it right, but then sometimes they're like a stretch of like a 3-hour. There's like a 3-hour stretch of dialogue, and you're like, what happened? Where's the cameraman? Why are they just explaining everything? Key example, Augusta in the Arena Suta storyline. There's a thing where you're exploring her past, and I thought it was fine. But in retrospect, it was a lot of telling, not showing, but it was still peak fiction. Anyway, we're gonna do Gilberta Story Quest. If you're on YouTube, then I'm gonna end the stream and we're gonna start up another one. We're getting hit with the 3 streams, so that it saved as 3 separate videos. Alright, all that ranting, no shading, it's the other gacha games. I love them. I play them all. You even play Honkai Star Rail in the background without streaming it. And I haven't done the story. We'll stream the Honkai Star Rail story. We will judge if the 3.x, if Amphorius is actually a good story or not. If it's actually a good, no. I'm been told it is a good story. And flipping, I'm seeing people say it's a great story. What I mean is, we'll see if the story presentation, the story experience is any good or not. But I'm sure, like, from what I've played of HSR, their story is actually very cool. It's just there's a lot of explaining. There's barely any... Like, they don't really shake up the storytelling formula. So we'll stream that in the future. But right now, our main goal... I gotta finish all the Endfield story quests so I get my ore barrels. I gotta catch up on Hua. Then Endfield 1.1 comes out. We gotta stream that story. We gotta stream the rest of Wuling storyline. I'm not gonna read the rest of it. There's gonna be multiple parts. I can feel it. But we're gonna stream Wuling storyline. Delta Zone Zero. That one, actually, I think we're done with that for the patch. We might do like a endless tower stream, but I don't know. Well, I might just do that on my own time. And then get you back, I gotta do the Wind Bloom Festival, because again, people are saying it's actually really good. And it's worth doing a reaction to. So we're gonna stream that as well. We gotta fit all that in like the span of a week, guys. We gotta spit all that in the span of a week. So it's gonna be a fun time. Speaking of show don't tell, Stomach Containment Zone is on indefinite maintenance. Oh yeah. I don't know the full story behind it, but I saw like a Twitter post saying it was cause like these people don't like Snowbreak because it's so fan servicey. Which, like, if you've seen any of this, no, but there's a reason why I don't play that game. I find that fan service a little too much for me. But, like, I saw one clip of, like, Snowbreak, where it was some girl, and she's like, help me level up. And then, after that, it was, like, the most sussy, like, crazy first-person shots I have ever seen. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing this game. The story's surprisingly good. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt, like a lot of these teams, like, okay. I know we're like, oh man, these games are so sussy. It's basically explicit content. But like, the stories in these games are always crazy. They're always crazy good. Like, there's a reason that people play them Because I don't think gooning material is enough to keep people playing. As much as as much as content creators and big, and like big gacha players want you to think that these games are just fan service and that's why people spend money on them. I say no. Like these are, big studio works with giant teams of people pouring their heart and soul to rip the wallet directly out of your hands. Using the power of your emotional attachment to not just the characters but the story. It's all calculated, right? There's a reason why this formula works. Anyways. Yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, I heard that Stonebreak is on hiatus because it got reported by people that didn't like its fan service. And then it's getting investigated by the Chinese government. And that's why it's on indefinite hiatus. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I do know I saw some people blaming like the Love and Deep Space fan base, and I'm like, it can't be. It can't be like, I don't think it's fandom wars. I think it's just malicious people out there. If that is true, that it's under investigation because it was reported, it was brigaded and mass reported. But as fan service as it is, and as much as I'm not gonna play it, probably not at least, unless somebody does something, somebody shows me something very convincing. But I don't know. I never thought like fan service in these games was a bad thing. I'll be honest. That's like, you guys have seen me stare at Zani Wuthering Waves for like a whole 3 minutes. I was staring just because that character was so pretty. Upon first seeing her. Right. And then, like, I think fan service is fine. Like, is it? The only reason I don't like, the only reason I respond negatively to seeing fan service when it's like in your face in these games is because it makes it hard for me to recommend to my other VTuber friends. And not even just VTuber friends that aren't VTubers as well. Like, if any online friends, like, you know how hard it is to be like, yo, you should play this game. And then they Google the game, and the first thing they see is like, if I recommend Arknights Endfield, and the first thing they see is this. They see this, that's the first thing they see. And it's like, okay. They're just gonna be like, ow. Oh, either they're gonna be like, I don't think I want to play this. Or they're gonna think, I'm gonna goon. And that's all I'm gonna be in this for. And it's like, no, the story's good, please play the story. And then they never talk to me about the story because they're busy gooning. Or they just didn't play it, right? And then I super don't get what I want, which is somebody to share the thing I like with. So seeing fans didn't like the upcoming collab, so we mass supported the game to the Chinese government. They haven't booked any laws. I don't know. Here's the thing with Chinese law, I do not know. I just know things are incredibly strict there. So, if it's being investigated, it could genuinely be a risk. But I don't know. Genshin's been at risk from the Chinese government several times now, and they're fine. But they have MiHoYo money, so I don't know. Okay, so... Alright, well, let's do Gilberta Story Quest. I'm gonna end the YouTube stream. I'm ending the YouTube stream. Thank you, everyone. Alright, hit that like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching live, I may have one concurrent viewer. If you're still there, you're gonna... you head to like the channel page. We're gonna start up another stream in like 5 seconds here. It's gonna be for Gilberta Story Quest. I made 3 thumbnails. I'm using the 3 separate thumbnails.